The Missouri Tigers just added the commitment of four-star edge Micah Nickerson from Magnolia, Mississippi, number 428 player in composite rankings, 43rd best edge in the class, and the 16th best player in the state of Mississippi. Wasn't technically a normal commitment. Missouri flipped him from Mississippi State. So, in-state recruiting battle when won there, Nickerson committed to the Bulldogs on June 22nd, flips his commitment to the Tigers here on September 28th. So was committed to Mississippi State for quite some time. Mississippi State has seen some success recently, so it's a good win there. Nickerson does have connections. He started off his high school career here in Columbia, started his career at Hickman High School. So let's get into what Nickerson does well. First off, his junior year stats were just insane. Recorded 34 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 11 sacks. Also racked up 5 catches for 67 yards and 1 touchdown as a tight end. And I'm going to talk about his tight end production here in a second because it's honestly comical. I should mention he's 6'5", 215 coming off the edge. So Missouri adds a 6'8", 260 defensive end a couple days ago, and they followed that up with a 6'5", 215. Demarcus Johnson last a couple days ago is a pure power guy, and Micah Nickerson is a pure speed guy, and that's what stands out the most. He has a lot of raw, untapped athleticism, and he looks a little uncomfortably fast for his height. Like he almost doesn't know how to run in his own shoes yet, but that's something that feels like it's going to come along with more production, more refinement. But he is genuinely very fast for someone who is 6'5". I really like his ability to use that speed to get off the edge. He doesn't have a ton of moves, really, if any at all, right now. It seems like the level of high school football he's at, as far as the team surrounding him, he doesn't have to have a lot of moves, that he's able to just beat people off the edge with his speed. They bring him off the left side basically every clip that I watched, so that's something to keep note of. So another thing that stands out that goes along with his speed is his ability to get really good angles off the edge, and I think that comes from just having a good feel and a good bend that goes along with his body, to dip a little bit and get past some of these offensive tackles. Just by default, it seems like he takes really good angles of attack while going after the quarterback. So something I really like there. Not a huge presence in the run game yet. Like I said, you can tell based on the level of competition in some of these clips that maybe he doesn't have to be spectacular at it yet. He has a good wingspan. I don't know the number on that for sure, but definitely has some good length to him, so that helps with some gaps. But he's not a very powerful guy, so that's something that he's gonna have to do, bulk up a little bit. When he gets to college, so he's able to defend well on the run. Obviously, that's something that's such a huge part of Missouri's identity right now. So he's going to have to do that very well. But yeah, not really a lot of knocks on him outside of he's a little slender and he needs to add more moves to his bag, but it seems to be a common theme for defensive ends, especially now. A lot of these guys are super athletic and not the biggest, but they're very tall, long wingspans and fast. So that Micah Nickerson fits that same build. Similar concept to what Dayton Hopkins brings to the table. And if you really think about it, this is a really, really fascinating defensive end group. I mean, Dayton Hopkins is super tall. I believe he is 6'6". I know Langdon Kitchens is bigger. Demarcus Johnson is going to be 6'8", and Micah Nickerson is 6'5". So really tall defensive end group here the Tigers are going to have next season. Should be a fun one. Missouri went from having no defensive line recruits or defensive line commits, excuse me, to two in the span of a few days. So they have bolstered that down, and they're going to be more active here in the 2026 recruiting class. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some flips very soon. So make sure you guys are checking out all of our content we have going on here during the bye week. Might be a little bit of a down week here in the bye week as we build up to one of the biggest games of the season against Alabama, but still going to be some stuff to check out. So make sure you're checking out everything on our YouTube channel and on our site as well.